goals. Chris Madden is in goal. Full-back is Paddy Conroy. Right full-back is Mackie McKenna, and then full-back is John Keaton. Right half-back is Mike Gleason, and he's also chairman of the club. Jerry O'Brien is Ray Cody. Jerry O'Brien is centre forward, centre half-back I should say. Noel O'Halloran is left half-back at number 7. The centre of the field then, you have Liam Sheely and Martin McHugh. Half-forward line then from right to left is Padraig O'Brien, Jimmy Sheely and Barry O'Driscoll. Full forward line James Seymour, John Sheely and Mike Madden. Now the Mullinahone team, Liam O'Connor in goal, right back Jerry Brett, full back Albert Curran, left back is Martin Kennedy, Jackie Bulger is right half back, Sean Brett centre half back, Spike McCormick left half back. Centre of the field we have Jim O'Neill and Toss Lundigan. The half forward line, Noel Leahy on the right, Ray Cody in the centre and John Leahy on the left. Mike Descain is top of the left, Ollie Maher is full forward and Brian O'Mara is top of the left.
Well, it was a memorable year now when you look back 25 years on, but there was times during that year we didn't think we'd ever going to get to a North final, let alone a county final, because Tipperary beat us in the Ulster Cup final by a few points, and Lynn Gaynor was actually training Tipperary that time, and Lynn Gaynor seemed to be our bogey coach, because anytime we came up against him we got beaten. So that year, in fairness, we overcame that bogey. We beat Tipperary in the semi-final, we got to the North final and beat the Mines in the North final, so we won the North final. The 80s, if you remember, that time we got the 7 North finals, intermediate finals. We had won 81 and 83, and 90 was our 7th final. And it was a hoodoo kind of over, it's not winning North finals. So we won the North final, maybe against the run of play. The Mines probably had more to play on the day, but we got the lucky breaks on the day and we won it. And then we remember the county semi-final against Golden Kilfeacle below in Holy Cross. And that was a memorable match now because Golden had a fine team. But I can always remember Jerry Bryan getting the hook on their Fogarty was his name. I can't give his first name, but he got the vital hook anyway. He was going for goal and we won the match by a couple of points. But then of course the county final was the big one in Cashel in Mullinahone, and they were after winning the county junior the year before in the county under 21. So they had a lot of young talent coming through. But on the day we were geared up for it. But I think going back to the day Mary Robinson was elected as President of Ireland, the 7th of November 1990. And that was the day that the management team and Pat Maloney and Anston Welsh decided we'd train inside Nina, because at that particular time our field was closed to development. So Ballina and Nina gave us their pitches. But I know on that day inside we had all the players bar one lot of lads from the shift in Tubics couldn't get off, just happened to work out. There was only 1 or 2 players involved. But everyone else turned up that day and we had probably the best training session we ever had at 3 o'clock inside in Nina. And I'll always remember, as I say, it was the day Mary Robinson was elected President of Ireland, and I said that's the day we win our county final, because you could see the grit and the bite that day inside in training. It was going to take some team to stop us.
The ref, I think, is really costed the throw-in. The game is on. Into the centre. John Sheedy's on the ball. And Barry O'Driscoll. The goal for Portroe. What a start for Portroe. The goal for Portroe. By James Seymour, on top of the right, James Seymour got that goal for Portroe.
I suppose the day itself, Sean, was I suppose a great day for the parish itself, but in particular for the older generation of that team. You could nearly split that team in 2. Like myself and Mike Gleason, John Sheedy, Mike Yo, back Maloney was there as well. We go back to 1980, 81, 82, 83, 84 and 85. We were in 2 finals, I think, at that stage. And really we threw away an 83 final. We blew it big time below in Borland. And I think to win that one was probably sweeter because we had the core of a very young team behind us. You had Noel and you had Liam and you had Mackie, you had Barry O'Driscoll, Chris Madden, you had James Seymour. All young fellas coming through, and like most of them were hurling up to the last couple of years. And I do think only for the youth that were in that team, we probably wouldn't have won that North semi-final in particular, and a county semi-final. They were the 2 ones that nobody will ever ask you who loses a semi-final, or who knows who loses a semi-final, but certainly the Golden match and the Tipperary match were the 2 matches they were the focal points of the year, I think. But on the day itself, you know, as Patrick said earlier on, you have to have a bit of luck in the year, and we had a bit of luck on that day. I think the goal that James Seymour got starting off was vitally important to us. We missed a couple of very scoreable scores on the first half, but I think we got the ones that counted in the second half. They didn't look the big threat that they were supposed to have. I don't think their big men fired on today, but certainly our younger fellas did the business for us.
And the throw-in was it that Melbourne Cullen gets it. Melbourne Cullen gets it. Point by Valley O'Driscoll there, number 12. Valley O'Driscoll puts that ball over the bar, and Portroe have got off to a great start. They're leading by 1 goal and 1. Now to Sean Britt. Sean Britt comes to that ball, sends it to Jim O'Neill. Jim O'Neill locked down. Comes into the centre there. Comes into the centre to John Sheedy. John Sheedy in possession. Send it out. Doubled on there. Doubled on there. The ball has gone over the bar again. I said it was doubled on there by Liam Sheedy.
He had a huge influence on Liam and on myself, like all our lives. Like, he was always around. He got married and he went to Roscrea, but he never forgot he was a Portman. And no matter what you'd ask him to do for Port, he'd always answer the call, and he always came back to Port. And on that particular year in 1990, he was never at his, I think, he was never as great as he was that year. Funny thing about it, the day we played Timblederry in the semi-final, Liz was pregnant. She was expecting Deirdre, and he dropped her at the hospital door, and he told her he'd be back in a few hours when we had Timblederry bet. And Julie, he done that. And that day in Timblederry, like we were 3 pints down with the 2 minutes to go, and he turned to me and he said, "Jack, this isn't going to happen as again." And he cut that puck out. Chris pucked it out, and he threw it to me, and we got a goal. And Mike Madden got another goal, and we scored 2-3 in about 4 minutes. So it's hard to be here without him, like, because he'd have a great take in it himself. And I know on the week after the county final, himself and Tom Gleeson and Jimmy Ryan, they had a great week of it around the place for a few days. And it's hard to say that he's not here, but sure, he's looking down on us, and I'm sure we were going home in the car in the evening, myself and Bid were in the front, and Liam and Jimmy were in the back, and somewhere around Barland, Jackie says, "You know something, we'll die happy now." And I suppose little did we think it was going to be so soon, but sure, that's life. That's life.
Mike Gleeson on the far side, the ball is coming into John Sheedy. John Sheedy passes that ball across to Jimmy Sheedy. Jimmy Sheedy sends that ball, and there's another point. Well taken score there. Well taken score there, 1-3 to 2 points. Ray Cody is fouled there, it's a free for Mullinahone. Ray Cody is fouled there. And down in the centre there now as they pull on it. Spike McCormick is going to pass now though. Patrick O'Brien is going through and it's another run. A great point there, a great point for Portroe. Patrick O'Brien sent that ball over the bar. So that puts...
Sure, like Sean, 90 was an exceptionally busy year for the club, and you know, there was hurling going on, there was development going on, there was money being collected to do the field. And I think the big thing for me that time was with the parish, when we decided to level our field, you know, I always contended that, you know, if you're going to train in Nina, that you have to be able to train in a field something similar to have the right advantage going in. That, you know, as you know, our field out here before, there was an awful advantage in the fall, and you know, on a windy day, you put the ball down the one foot and take you 2 to get it back up. So when you were trained under that kind of system, or that kind of you know, your land is against you when you're going, especially when you're competing in a level field. So that was the first thing. We always felt that we're at a disadvantage there as regards when you were training here, if you're playing down, it was definitely a fierce advantage to be playing down here, even in challenge games. You know, the work twice had to play up the hill. So, like, you know, I think the fact that, you know, first of all, I suppose the parish got behind us and went looking for money to develop the field. You know, we went to houses that we've had no association at all with the GA, and they came up trumps, and they really contributed to this in a big way. Like, so I suppose the parish, from that point of view, you know, the lift you got from having all your money in when the tenders were opened and all the money was collected here to do the development, which would be a very rare thing to happen. Like, you know. We had the position, we hadn't to go for the bank, to any banks to finance all this work, like, you know what I mean? And there was a lot of work in it, like, you know what I mean?
Freeman has come on a sub for Martin McHugh. Down up the toss Lundergan. Field that ball beautiful. A great ball down into the goal now. As Ollie Maher's held. The ball is cleared out here now. Paddy Conroy's in possession. His left hand gets it out. Ray Cody blocks it down. Goes there now too. Right down now. Knocked down by Jerry Britt. James Seymour has gone across. But Jerry Britt averts disaster. Goes to Albert Curran. Albert Curran now on the ball. They come out again now. This Sean Britt is coming through now with this one. Or this is Jackie. Jackie goes now in the centre. James Seymour again. Danger here from Monaghan again. The ball comes and the ball has gone wide. The ball has gone wide, rather lit off for us from Monaghan there now. The score stands 1-4 to 5 points. Liam O'Connor comes up again for the puck out. About 8 minutes to go to half time now. Liam, there's a player being attended at the far side end of the field there, and still the puck out comes to Liam O'Connor. Jimmy Sheedy gets to the ball now, but Sean Britt is coming right into the game now. There's no Leahy there is beaten by Nola Hallam. Comes into the centre. It's Jackie Bulger. Jim O'Neill's on ball. Ray Cody goes down on it. But John Sheedy has it now. He's dummying his way past there. But Albert Curran keeps Patrick O'Brien into Seymour. But he missed it. He's gone across there. He's danger here from Monaghan. It's John Sheedy. Patrick O'Brien misses it. Out it comes here now. Oh no, Jim O'Neill. Cross the seas there. Sean Britt. Well done from Jackie Bulger there now. As Toss Lundergan has it. Toss Lundergan behind him now. It is Mike Madden, the man with no number on his jersey. Ball dropping into the goal mouth. It comes out to Barry Patrick O'Brien wide of the post. Sends his ball across the goal and it is wide. The angle was very narrow for him there. Hectic hurling now, as it is 1-4 to 5 points for Monaghan. As Liam O'Connor takes...
1990 was probably a very emotional year for me in a lot of ways. But the hurling was the important thing for the club and for myself, which probably kept me going a lot of the time. And unfortunately, one of the men that was with me, Flan Lowry, he's no longer with us. A good friend of mine, did an awful lot of work that year. You know, I'd like to give him a lot of credit. And Marty here beside me, still looking hale and hearty after 25 years. You know, we got on very well together, the three of us. We were actually, you know, good friends along with being selectors. And I only watched the game there a couple of weeks ago. Tough game. I missed the North final, but the county final I watched it now, and I was very proud of the players, you know, the way they performed on the day. Very tough match, you know, left everything on the field. And Flan, like I said, did a lot of work along with Marty. And of course, Aslan Welch and Pat Malachny were a big help, you know. And that 1990 team, they didn't come overnight, like, you know. Jim Madden was there for a long number of years, and Jim was a father figure, I'd say, to a lot of that team. And Jim had all the work done and was very unlucky not to win a county final in the years he was there, you know.
Liam has the ball now for the puck out now. Down the field now. Great ball down the field from Liam. Down into the centre there now. Now no Leahy. No, just caught there. Passed across there, well struck there by Mackie McKenna. Sean Britt is in possession now. Sean Britt gets around his man. Good ball from Sean Britt, right down into the goal now. Ollie Maher brought it down now. Out down to Michael Skane. Michael Skane has possession. Michael Skane comes through now with the ball. He comes through that ball now. In the ball now. And it's in the back of the net and Monaghan in front. A great goal and 5 points to 1 goal and 4 points. Michael came well. He beat 2 defenders over on the far side. Came through in a solo run and then kicked it into the net. Big puck out there now from Chris Madden, dropping down. Goes in behind. Portroe on the attack again, but Spike McCormick breaks it up. Goes back again now. Tis Barry O'Driscoll. Barry O'Driscoll sends it over the bar and the scores are level. Scores are level now at 1 goal and 5 points each as we're within 2 or 3 minutes.
First of all, as we spoke about the Shannon Gale, I'd like to thank the club for put me forward for the position, for the job last Sunday, and I'd like to thank the club for coming down and supporting me on the evening. And it was a good evening, and I thank the club for that. So it goes back to 1990 and further afield. I suppose fundraising was my part, and about Treasure Club, and I thought I did the best I could for it, and we went out and we raised money, and as Pat Ray said, we went to the houses for the field at the time was in dire trouble, and in connection with the field, then times Marty McKinnon and his staff done a lot of work with the drainage and everything, and it's coming to foresee now that to be very good for the future. But as I said, the people was excellent at that time for support, and my memories of 1990, of course, was trying to make sure everyone would be looked after on the North final and the county final, and the food and everything would be ready for them when they come back. And we were all hoping to win both the North and the county, and we had a great year that year, of course, and everyone was a great help to us, outside and inside the club, like. And
tackle there when he went for Ray Cody, looked to be charged in possession, but there you are. The free goes to Liam Sheedy. Liam Sheedy takes the free now, as we approach half time now. For Hurley been brought in, the man doesn't want to Hurley. He has one Hurley, he says enough for him. Now, great ball from Liam Sheedy, the dropping dangerously in the goal mouth. Dropping dangerously in the goal mouth. James Seymour has it again, goes out to Jimmy Sheedy. And the ball is over the bar, and Portroe in front once more. 1-6.
Well, 1990 is a great year for the club, great year for the parish, and it was great to be involved in it, like, you know. Great with the lads. I think we had about 33 of a panel. We had them every night now. Everyone fighting with our places, like, you know. And Denny and Flannery myself, it was great to be involved. Of course, we had two good men with us, Flann Lower, Aslan Welch and Pat Malachny. And we got the semi-final, I remember, Tipperary playing Tipperary. There were 2 points up, I think, and time up. And we got 3 goals after that. I won it anyway. We got to the North final with the Mines. Tough game. And you wouldn't be 3 or 4 points either. So then we went on to the county semi-final. So still tougher, still, you know, you won by what, 2 points I think or something. So we got to the county final against Portroe. We got a great start. Liam Sheedy passed the ball to James Seymour, and first couple of minutes got a goal off it. They went and got a couple of points. So then they went ahead in. And they were leading, I think, at half time. I think went into the second half then, I think where Patrick O'Brien got a goal and put us ahead again. So we finished beaten by what, 3 or 4 points.
Patrick O'Brien gets through, Liam Sheedy pulls along the ground, goes into John Sheedy. John Sheedy's possession. He's blocked down, he's gone in there to the centre. Jerry Britt gets the stick to it, he doesn't get out there. Mullerhall is still in trouble there now. Great pull on there, James Seymour got out to the ball, he said send it out the field there. It goes to Jimmy Sheedy. Jim O'Neill on the ball. Toss Lundigan wins it, way up the field now. As it goes to Brian O'Mara, Brian takes possession now. Brian is coming in at a solo run. Takes it. Low ball into the goal mouth. With the goalie. Chris Madden comes out with that ball. Gone over to the far side. Blocked down there. He's blocked down by John Leahy. John Leahy comes in along the front now. Mike Madden, the man with no number, comes up. Sean Bridge is hooked, but Sean Bridge is still on the ball. Jim O'Neill comes hustling there now with Jimmy Sheedy. Sean Bridge has it now. Sean Bridge is hooked from behind. Tosses there on the far side. There's a free to Portroe. Underneath the sideline seats here with Liam Sheedy. Liam Sheedy, did he get a knock on the hand there? See, getting ready to take this free. Yes, he's going to take this free now. Liam Sheedy gets ready. Seemed to have got a knock on the fingers there, all right. To the hard tussle there now. The referee says, come on, Lohan, take the free now. It's Monaghan lead 1-7 to Portroe's 1-6. Liam Sheedy gets set now. Taking his time out, lifts it, strikes a good ball, dangerous ball. Gone over the bar for the equaliser again.
I remember in the training sessions, there were good training sessions, there were hard training sessions, like, we all had great numbers, like, there was very seldom anyone missing out, like, you know, and I think it was good then to be going outside the parish to train as well, like, you know, to Ballina and Ena, like, you know, they probably helped us on the day as well in the county final, like, but I think group, as I said, likes of Portroe and Liam and Noel, and then we all sort of grew up together, we were all playing minor together, under 21 together, and you know, I think we all got on well the whole time, and that probably helped us too on the day, like, you know. So it was great to win it on the day, you know. I suppose I got a little slagging after that match for a long time, like, you know. There's only one man I did for them, that's Jerry O'Brien. I was told to go, and when you saw that, what else could I do? So.
You're blaming me for that,
He gets it done. Free. Seems to be a free for from here. Ball dropped up there now, free to Portroe. Sims who's going to take now. Barry O'Driscoll looks to be getting set on this ball. Number 12 there, Barry O'Driscoll. Barry lifts this now. This could be the equaliser again now. Yes, this is the equaliser again now.
We were young. We were very young, 21 years old, you know, and, you know, I suppose the older lads pulled us through that day, I think, because there was never any fear of you on the field with a couple of older lads around the place looking after you. Myself, like Jimmy Sheedy, I'd say he made a hero out of most of us. Jimmy Sheedy won the, was it a semi-final against Tipperary? He got 2 balls. Like, he did that time and time again. He'd run towards my man, throw the ball over him, over his head, over the bar. He did that for 4 or 5 years. So that's the one man I credit for getting us to a county final. And he was always encouraging, so he was. John as well, you know, he'd always let you know exactly how you're playing and how you're not playing.
This referee has his eyes open in all corners. So yes. Now, Liam takes his free out now from the square. Bends, lifts, strikes. Great, good ball. Down to the centre, dropping into the centre now. Crowd of players underneath it. John Leahy has it now. John is going away now on a solo run. John is solo run into Brian. John is fouled after the ball. He's called over one of the players there.
Yeah, look, I mean, I suppose I watched from a distance, obviously, in the early 80s when I was a kid growing up. I mean, I suppose the impression that all of the lads made, I mean, when I was 14 or 15 coming down into the field, following the ball, you know, and you always dreamed that someday you get your chance to go out. And, you know, I suppose having been through it, and like, it didn't start great for us, you know. If I go back to 88 and 89, like, I think we played 3 league matches in 88 and we won no game, you know, so we didn't look like a team. And whatever happened in 1990 between, you know, in fairness to Dinny and the lads, they really brought us together. And I think Jerry's right, we had a young crop coming through, and you had really experienced and seasoned campaigners. They felt it was last chance saloon, and we were only bursting for action, to be honest. And you know, as I said, training went really well, and the 2 boys really came with us. A few things that stand out to me on the day. I definitely never met a throw-in as sweet in all my life. I was watching for it. I remember this big burly there with a big beard, and he came up from Mullinahone out beside me in midfield, and I reckoned he'd be slow in the pull, but whatever the ref threw it in, it actually never hit the ground. And I met it, and I'd say it landed inside in his paw from midfield, and he threw it across to James, and a goal. And it was just a huge start for us. It got us off the ground immediately. And as the half went on, and like Mullinahone came back into it, but at half time I can still remember inside in the dressing rooms, and Pat Malachney stood up, and Pat Malachney had won a county intermediate medal, and he actually showed us the medal, and he said, lads, like, do you want to go? And I think it really, I sort of had a feeling going out of that dressing room that day. I said, there's no way that this team is going to be beaten, and we dug it out, you know, and we had a bit of luck. Look, I mean, they had a goal disallowed. It was, you know, it was touch and go. If it had to be given, it could have had a huge impact on the game. But
the centre put out from Chris Madden now. Down they go now. Sean Brice, Spike McCormick having a great game again today for Mullinahone now. It's tossed again, goes across to the field now. Good hand pass there now. Good hand pass there. Jimmy Sheedy. Another hand pass there now. Barry O'Driscoll. Barry O'Driscoll sends it over the bar, and it is another levelling score. 1-9 each there. Rather good hand passing move there from Portroe now, as they get that ball right across the field, and Barry O'Driscoll had that equaliser. Now, Liam O'Connor takes this puck out now. But this game is getting into the exciting stages now. Brian O'Mara, Ollie Maher, Ollie. The big tussle here now. Barry O'Christen sends it up the field now. It's Paddy O'Brien now. Paddy O'Brien is on his way now. Goal for Portroe. Goal for Portroe now.
There was a lot of things went that year now. And of course I'm a type of fella, I speak my mind. And if I have something to say, I'll say it. But I remember we played Burgess in the first round in the championship that year. And the bet was 24 points inside in Ballina. And we came back to Kinney's. And of course they flooded the place. And they gave us hell. And I mean it now. Now it was great banter and everything like that. And I always remember after winning a few pounds, the horses. And I put £50 behind the counter. And I said we'd get to the North final and whoever had been in, we'd beat him. And the Burgess was his best one, now to cover the £50 above in Kings. But it was a great year. And we had a little bit of a fall now with the selectors in the semi-final. They wanted me to go on with 6 minutes to go against Templederry. And now the lads were hurling, everything was going great. And I said, no, I said, we're playing Burgess next Saturday evening in the North final, and I want to beat him. I said, and that's it. And as John Sheedy pointed out after, Jimmy caught the ball, Thorne gave it into his hand, back in the net, game over.
9-1-9. The score, Liam O'Connor comes now for the puck out now. It comes way down the field now. John Leahy is the two. John Leahy comes away, comes through now. John Leahy is coming through. Good ball from John now. Dropping into the goal now. Into the goal is the ball on the way. The referee up the goal for the square ball. For 3 outs.
It was such a monkey on our back, like Mike Maloney would be talking. We arrived in Thurles in 1980, and I was the Portroe O'Brien or the Noel at the time, like to play Borland in the county final, and we got chinned, like we were in a big field and we just got chinned. But you felt like it was only going to be a matter of time before you were going to win this county final. And next thing, every year kept coming, and as Jerry said, we kept getting bet in county finals and North finals, and that doubt was beginning to set in. Were you ever going to win it? Were you ever going to win it? And I think it was Jerry said it there, he was right. It was only when Liam and Padraig and Noel and the young lads came and they brought that fresh impetus, like. Because we had that whole monkey on our back to try and get it off our back, which was a huge, for me personally, it was some monkey to get off our back. I never have a feeling like I had that evening after winning that county final. You'd like to have it every day of the week, but sure. For some feeling, all right, Sean, for some feeling.
There for Martin, he must have injured the leg. Great cut by Liam Keeley. It's gone over the bar there. As we were waiting, while we were watching out for what someone at home come in. It's now they lead now by 2-10 to 1-9.
I've never seen as many hurlers together on a Saturday night as we had in the hall. The atmosphere was really unbelievable. You know, if you had any bit of love for hurling at all, you know there was something special going on. And I would estimate there was a good 50 people in the hall that night, and it was all hurling and it was all about tomorrow. Well, the night, that was on the Friday night. Saturday night we played Burgess, and luckily enough, I suppose, we got a couple of soft scores. One particular goal in particular a bit famous, and
famous man scored the goal.
Yes, everybody scores a goal the same. But that all goes with a bit of fun that we had. And
Peter has it. Peter has that ball now. Drop down now. Drop down now. John Leahy comes. John has the ball. John Leahy's still there. John's still on that ball. John is still on that ball now. No, Ray Cody has it now. Ray Cody is going through that ball. But turn out to James Seymour. But Brian O'Mara has it now. Brian O'Mara's fouled and brought down. Off the ball in, I think the referee after calling these lines was here for the second one at home still.
was a hurling match really. I didn't get caught with the hype, and the match or the final to me it was just another match. As I said, my first match was in our final, starting midfield, starting Barry Driscoll. I think the team was picked up in the hall, and nearly fell off the stool. My name was called out. I had no idea. I mean, close to the team, like, so in the field, make up the numbers, I thought, as such. But yeah, first the boys gave me no chance, got the call. Didn't go great in the North final, second half, but put the head down, got encouragement from the boys around me, like, no, Jerry and the boys, like, no, don't worry about that. So the match, work hard in training. And I made the next starting mate there, like, so that was good for me. I had great men around me, like Jerry, Mike, Mike Easton, like, you couldn't go wrong really, in fairness. They done their hard work, like, to me out softball, now to get it cleared, like, so it like very easy for me, like, it was easy to hurl around them. They were never in trouble. If for a big man, Mike would say, here, you swap. He'd soften him up for me and then send me back to him. Do you know, like, so it was grand. They were great men all around you. As the boys said about training, I remember one great memory actually, I think we trained in Ian on a Wednesday evening. I think it was Wednesday for the county final. With 34 inside. I think it was around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock when we trained, and I couldn't believe it. With 34 people, talked out, raring to go. And hurled hard, like, but he went kind of just for a puck around. So a small bit, like, but you get the fingers taken off you. So you knew, like, going into it, lads were ready for this county final. And we wanted to win it, so yeah, as I said, didn't take much heat into it, had no nervous sweat because I won't say me and all behind me, but I didn't realise at the time. Now looking back, I realised how important it was. It's massive. But at the time I didn't think that, like, I was going, sure, I'd see another 10 of these, 20 of these. So no, I wouldn't realise looking back. So no, I had no nervous in that match, but I said things went well for us. The way I look on the day, and I thought we hurled well enough as a team. So there's only any one player didn't hurl his potential. So it was a close game, but I still think we were comfortable enough in our own skins in the match. I thought we probably should have won a bit more. I thought we hurled very well in the day. As Jerry said, I think we were a better team on the day, so come up with I said, but happy enough.
He's the one softening now for the other boys.
How times change.
Robert Freeman, right up there to the centre then, goes down to the Sheedy. John Sheedy's on that ball over there now. But Sean Rich sent it out now, but who does it go to? Only left-handed shot, it was all about.
So there's one sad thing that happened that afterwards in is the loss of Fran Lowry, a great man for the parish and the club. And it was great to see his son take on the business. I congratulate him and carrying it on. He makes a great job with it, and the best of luck to him. So now, 25 years is a long time, and it's great to see us all here and happy again. So the best of luck to him.
What's that memory? Now, Sean, there was one thing there. I think there's one member of the team that's no longer with us. Now, when you're winging, as you said, like we're doing today, I left him out, and I didn't, Jimmy Sheedy was a very important part of that team, and like Flann, and lots of others in the parish as well. When you start naming names, it's kind of, you're going down maybe the wrong road, but at the same time, Jimmy was a very important part of that team, and I'd like to recognise that he's no longer with us.
Yeah, so sad it was, no doubt about it.
Of course, Paddy Mahan beat now. Liam Sheedy once again. Liam Sheedy's going away and it's all on. So still Liam Sheedy. He hits that ball, it's dropping into the goal now. A good point from Liam Sheedy as they go 5 points.
Then the hurling was going on as well, and there was teams in championships that you have to look after, and like we wouldn't have been anyone near favourites to win a North and Reminder County at the beginning of the year. And you look back even at the county semi-final stages, we were still, the doubters were there, would it be good enough to get there, even for North final, the Guardian that year, the minds were being strongly tipped to win the North, and probably rightly so maybe. But anyway, there was a certain amount of luck that was running into that year on every front, and as I said, it was an accept. But the field I think was all dug up here in August, let's say. So we had no choice to get out, and train somewhere else. And Ballina, in fairness, facilitated us for a number of weeks. Then we went to Neen, and we were met there with open arms, and anything that could do for us in Neen in our old club, and in particular that time Paddy Dunno and Tommy Mulcahy, and Tommy would have connections with the parish, and they saw fit there's anything we wanted in there, any even wanted to go into any time. it's all they have available. And you know, I think the fact that we're in a pitch, we're training in a pitch, and pitch is something similar to that's what we're going to be playing in the final. You know, we had the momentum right for everything, and Pat Maloney and Einstein Welsh, like, you know what I mean? And you know, they were there that year with new management team, and Denny Quinn was in as manager, and Marty and Flann Lowry, they were new in the scene as well, and you know, they really put everything into it as well to make sure that anything was possible to be done was done, like, you know. So, like, you know, as Mike says, on the day, you get your lucky breaks, and you know, we got lucky breaks. It's a lucky year, and I suppose before the North final, we'd won the Junior B against Burgess. That was a big lift, and sure, senior team went out the next day, like, you know, they felt they had to do the same, like, they had to win as well, so, and they did, and onto the county final, and sure, after that the rest is history, and you know, and the funny thing about it was that when we had sought the money from the people of the parish, we had a plan drawn up to pay them back over a certain number of years, and when they saw what happened, like, and the pride and satisfaction they got over the years, a lot of them no way of taking back money. So, like, you know, it worked well from every point of view, and thanks be to God, you know, we've managed to stay senior since 25 years on. We're still senior, and they've won the North Senior, like, you know, championship in 3 years ago in 2012, and you know, that's the progress we've made, and hopefully we can stay there for a lot longer.
Yes. Good taking it now. Jackie Bulger is going to take this line ball from under him. We can't very well see now. Jack's on the ground now. Into Ray Cody. Ray Cody was beaten for it there now. Which he went to pick it off the ground, but he's lucky enough he didn't succeed. Jerry, Brian O'Mara. John was pushed in the back there. Ray Cody, Liam Sheedy has a no score, no score. Jerry O'Brien is down the centre there now. Ray Cody comes through. Ray Cody has it now. Ray Cody is on the ball, but it's gone to right now to No Leahy gets through there. Missed the ball. Down to Brian O'Mara trying to pick it off the ground. We didn't know he had it this time. Hard pulling there now. Some hard pulling there now. Some desperate hard pulling there now.
So on the day then, we got a great start on the day, I remember. We got a goal. There was lads even crossing the field. They weren't even back in their place. And James Seymour had the ball in the net. So I think it was James, and I'm not sure, but John will clarify that if I'm wrong. But in fairness, it was a great start. People thought that we were lucky on the day, but no, we did a great bit of grit and great bit of determination, in fairness, you know. So all I remember was John Leahy coming up before the match was trying. I happened to be marking him at the start of the match, and he hit me a belt with the handle of the hurley before the match started at all. So I said, this is going to be a tough one. I says, but no, in fairness, we gritted into it. And as I say, there's times during the match you'd wonder are you going to come through it at all. Like, we were winning the whole way, but then they made a fair burst at 10 minutes to go. But I can always remember John Leahy heading for goals, and Mackie McKenna came out of nowhere, the smallest man in the field, and he levelled John Leahy, and now we're lucky enough, I suppose Mackie stayed on, but we didn't mind whether he did or he didn't. He was after stopping a certain goal, I'd say, in fairness, you know. And I can remember then after the match, the celebration for your supporters, the pride of the parish, you know, the momentum was with you, like, you know, you had some support. And on the day, Ballina were playing the junior final before us, so we had two parishes really supporting us at the time, like, you know. But to see John Sheedy lifting the cup after was, you know, unreal. And even to this present day, I met Pat Maloney only a month ago, and he said to me the greatest memory was, he says, was the tears rolling down Brendan Moran's face. A man of, at that time, he was in his 60s, I suppose. Tears rolling down his face to see us winning a county final.
Beaten there. Freedom on the horn there. Freedom on the horn. We can say this crowd now. John McCormick takes this free now. Dropping this ball into the goal now. Big tussle there now. Portroe defends stoutly once again now. Brian O'Mara has it now. Sends the ball far in. No one on the home player going to it. Well knocked down there. Well knocked down. No Leahy. John Leahy's beaten there now. Jerry O'Brien out over the sideline. Another line ball from Monaghan as it stands 2-12 to 1-11. Back up the field now to Sean Leahy. Sean Leahy still has it. Up the field now. James Seymour. In now. Shelley Britt now. Shelley Britt, hand pass down. 2 on the home players. Sean Britt. Down the field now. Into the goal mouth now. Into the goal mouth now. Into the goal mouth now. Peter Ryan's on possession. 3 out. 3 out. 3 out there. 3 out. All over. Portroe have won their first county title. Portroe have won their first county title by 2 goals and 12 points to 1 goal and 11 points. And under going to play that vital goal that was scored there with 15 minutes to go was the vital score for Portroe. As they have now, it is their day to celebrate.
You know, we dug it out and we had a really strong panel, a really strong team, and you know, like as I said, they didn't have. Sometimes then you don't get to look, and we just got the breaks that year. But we probably had trained hard enough to get the breaks, because I think everyone, there was an awful lot of people that didn't see pitch on the day that had a huge role to play in terms of what we achieved on the day. And you know, Martin Keogh went off early, and Richard came on, and others came on. And as I said, it was just a really, really special day. And look, you know, as Noel said, you know, whatever we're born with here in this parish, it's somewhat exceptional, I feel. You know, there's just a never say die attitude that comes with the Hill of Port, and I think we've seen it through and through. And I think testament to Noel and the others that have carried on. You know, I mean, we've been very unlucky even in senior, but I mean, to think that team and this parish has managed to maintain its senior status right throughout this time, and Noel and the lads have been lucky enough to get their hands on a senior North Championship in the meantime. I think, you know, what we have in this village is something special, and I was certainly delighted. It was one of the most special days I had in a Port jersey, was to bring that lovely cup up to Hill of Port on that particular day.
We're never better than what you are today. I want to compliment the officers of your club, particularly Pat Hickey and Tom Ryan, who have done certain work to keep the spirit of the Gaelic games alive in your parish over many years. Your selectors and everyone associated with this great victory. It's a marvellous day for Portroe. Current on current shot, hurling, Mayor Trophy, our captain, John Shane.
You know, you go back to the semi-final against Golden down in Holy Cross. The exhibition that Barry O'Driscoll gave that day hasn't been seen here in the club since. With the wind that was blowing that day, 7 points, he scored out of 13, I think. Like, it was a huge addition to us to have the likes of Noel O'Halloran was thrown in the North semi-final. I think the selectors deserve great credit to do that. He was only a chap at the time. You know, you had Liam, you had Portroe. These fellas were only all 18, 19. So once we got over Tipperary, I think, in the north, and beat them with the 3 goals in the last 5-10 minutes, whatever it was, as Marty said, I think we were always going to be favourites going into a county final then. We beat the Mines I won't say easily, but they had only 14 men. And, you know, as I said, the county semi-final was a tough game on the day, but definitely we were the better team on the final day. And I think the younger fellas were the difference. The fitness was the difference. The call the selectors made on the day was the difference. I think Mackie McKenna said it earlier on, training in Ballina on that particular year, it was something different. You had 30 fellas going every night. Normally you wouldn't get 30 fellas into the field, but there's something different. It was a novelty. And I do think Denny bringing in Pat Maloney and Alison Welch certainly was the difference of winning and losing a county final.
With not much reward, but lads, there's all the reward we want. And of course, there's our two men from Shannon Rovers, Alison Welch and Pat Maloney. Without them, this wouldn't be possible, lads. They gave us their time and energy, and I'd like to thank them most sincerely. And of course, lads, there's the players. They train hard, lads. There's nothing needed for them really. But lads, it's a great honour to play for your village. It's a bigger honour to play for your village and win. And I say thanks very much, lads. And last but not least, lads, I would like to thank our supporters. Many a day, lads, we come out of Dana, we come out of Borderland, we come out of Turles with nothing. Today, lads, we don't go home empty-handed. And I'd like to thank you. And of course, lads, there is one in the hole. They won the county junior and under 21 last year. I'm sure they don't begrudge us this one. I would like to think it's a most sporting hard game, because they're right up to the finish. So I would like now for 3 cheers from one in the hole. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! We'll see you all in a little bit.
No, it's not just about me or Marty or Flann or anybody else. It's a team that I'd always, you know, give the team credit for what they do and what they've done. And I'm very glad to be here 25 years later, celebrating, you know, and I'm very proud of the team, proud of the club, you know, that year, and the officers of the club, everybody worked well together, I think. You know, and 1990 was a great year, and the players were, and the panel, you know, first class performance. I watched it the other night, like I said, I'm very impressed with them. Yeah.
Oh, great day for the parish indeed, great day for the parish. This year, first had a big day last year, but this year. It was indeed, well, and I say, he deserved to win better today, to win on the day, that goal he got up there, after having missed 2 before that. Oh, now, put the turn on high. I say that I would reckon slightly unlucky to have the 3 outs for that ball there. But then, that's the one alone, and I say. But he'd been delighted at the 3 outs. Tough game. In the second half, he deserved to win. Tough hard game, you know, and you know, fair play to one hole to get the hard matches. So, you know, it's a small parish, like your own, you know, and we have our day today. And you know, you had years last year and you come again, you know. It's great, I think, you know, 2 small parishes meeting in the county final makes all the difference, the atmosphere and everything there, you know. And we'll have a great night, we'll have a great night.
I thought myself now, it was a great uplift for Sunday. You know, everything was going about, and you know, the wind was in the parish there. Everybody seemed to be in great job and mood, and there was a winning feeling around the place. And of course, on Sunday then the lads did the business, and that was an extraordinary day, an extraordinary weekend. And I suppose it'd be very remiss of me wouldn't like to leave out our goalie Flann that day, and God rest him. As another great friend of mine was mentioned as well, Jimmy. God, you know. If you look back, it's sad, and I suppose you can look back and the 2 of them and be proud of him. And that team, sure, we were delighted with him. And it was a step, and the lads took the other 3 steps and won the county final. So as far as the junior is concerned, no, we're delighted. I was delighted to be involved with him, and thanks to all the lads, of course. It's inside the the line matches are won, not outside. So thank you, Sean.
I'm a very proud woman today, and they deserved it, and I'm delighted they won. And this is the county, we've never won it before, and we're a very small little village. But we're sorry for John Lahey, of course, but he won a county last year, and I think we're entitled to win this year. So it was a good sporting game, the boys played well. We're delighted. We're celebrating the little village tonight.
And for the week.
And for the village of Portroe. Thank you very much.
So, no, so other than that, like, just want to thank the three boys, Dinny and Flann and Father, and especially Pat Malachny and Ansel Mulch. I thought they were brilliant the whole year, you know. They were very good now, you know. So, and that's more or less it, like.
I suppose it was a great help to have Ansel and Pat, maybe from outside the general parish itself.
Yeah.
Another view.
Yeah, there were two different voices, like, you know. There were new voices and a lot, like, you know. So they were very good now, they were, you know. You wouldn't get away much with Ansel anyway, like, you know. He was a good trainer, he was.
Certainly with that win in Cashel on that day, they became honorary partner on the day.
Definitely. You know, no matter where you meet them since, you'll always have known what chat with them, like, you know.
Jerry O'Brien, centre half back. The rock that we perish on. Well, Jerry. A very hard game, conditions very poor. We probably deserve to win on the Monday. One corner always straight. Very good team. A bloody hard team to beat.
Like one you got there midway in the second half, like it was really.
Well, I think if Paddy had to get that, he wouldn't get that back to more time.
I suppose you would
No, he'd be put out of the house. But in fairness to Johnny Lahey, they're a fair team. They have come from absolutely nothing as juveniles and they hope to keep going. So we're seeing next year something we've always looked forward to, so we'll be there.
But yeah, it was. Listen, 1990 was a great victory. You know, it has been spoken about in Portroe since, because it was the first county final Portroe ever won, and I mean, to do that, to be on the team to do that was, you know, it's great.
Tom, over the I hope so. Anyway, I was naturally enough for delighted to won. Never won before, so I'm telling you, it's no words to say how happy we are. So, I've had that Rory for a few years now with Joe, man, so they'll be back, knowing him, that spirit now. So, the best of luck to them. Our turn comes last. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
And we had another bit of a controversy in the county semi-final. I think I said a few things I shouldn't have said, I suppose. And I even tagged out and wanted to field myself. But eventually they made a change, and the same story. Chris Madden poked out the ball, Paddy Ryan caught it, in, ball back in the net. Game over, you know. It was a great year, and we had great memories of it. I always will have, you know. So that's all I have to say about it. I won't say any more.
To send them your stuff for work.
Yeah, but we had a good time, great time.
Well, that's correct. We started training way back in February, and that was the idea, to get the team super fit, the whole panel fit. And the boys put it in, the hurlers put it in, they get all the credit, we just organised the sessions, they did their stuff, and they got the rewards today.
Very good, very well done.
They played well. I suppose the early score settled them down, and they went about their task well. It's anyone's game up to the last couple of minutes, you know.
But I thought myself, the last 10 minutes, Port really hurled in the last 10 minutes when they were needed to hurl.
Patrick O'Brien's goal.
That was a fantastic goal.
Give them the confidence that they needed, and they went ahead from there, but they had to fight until the last minute. You know,
and was it your idea bringing John out from full forward to midfield where he won two very important balls?
Well, John and Jimmy had this thing between them. If one of them got tired, the other went out, or they switched around a bit. And I think today, we don't know which one was the tiredest, but I think that's what they were after. I showed them that before the match. County medal. And I think that was their motivation.
That's the one you won, Pat, when you beat Clonmore in the county final. Is that right?
It's a great day. We're waiting since 1983 for this, up every year. Just didn't make it until today, and a great privilege. God bless them all.